Guys, really quick before we get into this Corvette content, wanted to let you guys know I'm going to be running a Black Friday sale on my website. All of my apparel is going to be 20% off. So if you guys are looking to get a hoodie, t-shirt, any of that stuff on the website, I'm going to be running it Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, all through the Black Friday weekend. So if you guys have been wanting to pick something up, want to save a few bucks, check it out. Now, let's do Corvette stuff. Damn spider web in the C6 Z06. If that is not representative of how much this car sits, I don't know what is. Something about that drone at some point, probably not this video, but I literally feel like the tires have flat spots in them. Welcome to another video of my C6 Z06 where we talk about how it hasn't been driven in a long time. That is what happens when you work a full-time job, have a YouTube channel, and have like 7 or 8 cars. Alright, so quick status update on my 2008 Z06. You guys know this is a twin-turbo, fully built C6 Z06. Makes right around 1,100 horsepower to the tire. Woo! When it's on high-ish, like 20 PSI, and the 85, which I've not run it on in years. Most of the time I run it around on pump 93 and like 10 PSI, which is already way more power than these 8-year-old Toyos can come close to handling. So it's a beautiful mid-November day here in New Hampshire. Figured I'd take this thing out for a cruise. I've had some parts sitting around the garage for a couple weeks, months now, that I've been wanting to install on this thing. Looks like we've got a check engine light. As usual, the car is filthy and needs a bath, and pretty soon we need to put it away for its long winter's nap, but I wanted to get out and enjoy this thing and bolt a couple parts onto it, just like the good old days. Ever since I started the channel and finished the twin turbo build, you know, the car has been done, basically, and has therefore taken a back seat. So, I don't know, we're going to talk about that a little bit more in this video as well, but for now, let's talk about what I want to change in this video. 8 degrees out. Let's see what the tires say. Woo-hoo-hoo! I don't know why that was all whitewashed for you guys out the windshield, but not having it. It today. maximum of 11 pounds of boost that whole time we were driving. And you heard the wastegates open, so that's pretty much what you get on pump gas. This Cortex boost controller, by the way, I don't know if technology has changed at all since I built this car in 2021, but you can get boost by gear and a whole bunch of other cool features with this thing. I really do like it. Not sponsored, just a good product. So yeah, here she is in all her glory. What is sizzling right now? Should we be concerned about that? Are we about to burn to the ground? Oh, I don't love that. Oh, the catch can. Shoot. What is... Oh, it's on the hot side down there. Please don't catch on fire. Do we have any rags? Don't love that. Come on. This car's pissed that I never drive it. That'll work. Stop dripping on hot stuff. Where else? Okay. Let's cool down. Let's not catch fire here. Chill out. Well, there you have it. Another negative of too many cars and not keeping up on maintenance. I don't know when I emptied that catch can last. 2023? I don't even know when I changed oil in this thing last. Is there even oil in it? Probably, maybe. By the way, I apologize if I sound a little bit nasally. It's because I am, because my body is fighting some sort of illness, probably from my kid at daycare, but just bear with me, all right? Anyways, while we let this cool down and monitor it to make sure that it's not gonna burst into flames, let's talk about what we're doing. What I wanted to really show you guys was a fast 2-3 shift, and that last, pull we just did was, decent. And I say pull because we're really just spinning. This thing's on, like I said, 8-year-old tires. It's 37 degrees out. There's no shot this thing's gonna hook up. But point is, I've never been super happy with this shifter. You C6 guys will know, C7 guys I think too. I got this car in 2016. It was a basic heads cam car and still had the stock shifter. And if you've spent any time in the Corvette space, you know that anyone asks what, short shifter you should get for the car, MGW, you gotta get the MGW. The MGW changed my life, saved my marriage, cured cancer, all that kind of stuff. So everyone was putting MGWs in these things, myself included. Long before I had a YouTube channel, bolted it in my garage, in my last house. And it's been in there ever since, but it's one of those things where ever since then I've been kind of questioning, why did I even change it? I used to absolutely hammer gears in this thing with the stock shifter, but everyone on the internet said to get the MGW, it was better. And then I started missing 2-3s and just felt notchy, and everyone was like, oh, you gotta let it break in, this and that. And the last video we shot in this thing, I was trying to do like just a burnout, quick, grab second in the middle of the burnout. Kept locking me out. So then I started remembering a lot of people liked this company. I think it's T-Mod Customs, again, not sponsored, that basically shortens the shifter, or shortens the stock shifter by like 20% or something like that, or does, I'll show you guys the box when we get home, but I've just wanted to change the shifter in this thing to see if I can go back to how it was. And this is not a dig at MGW. I'll show you guys when I take it out. It's a beautiful product. It does work well. Like I said, sometimes, maybe it's me, maybe it's driver error. Maybe I just have not been driving this thing enough in the past 3-4 years, but the mod was cheap enough. I wanted to try it, and the shifter is your connection to the vehicle, so you gotta love it, and I figured we could give it a shot. So let me see if I can get this thing home without burning it to the ground. I'm in the middle of a little bit of a deck renovation right now, so I'm gonna have to focus on that for most of the rest of the day, but then we'll pull this thing in the garage tonight. We'll get the shifter out, and I got a couple other parts in here, GM parts that have just been sitting in the driver's seat here. We'll probably get to those as well. And we're probably gonna mix the C8 Z06 in here a little bit as well, but let's get this thing home. Yep, I'd say she was full. Oh, gross. Small evap leak. Long days working in the garage and late nights, 12 plus hours standing on this concrete slab. At least I know that my feet don't hurt thanks to Brunt boots. I'm trying to talk about comfortable boots here. Pipe down. I've been wearing Brunt boots since 2021. This is my original pair. This is their OG Marin work boot. This thing has seen some stuff and I still have it around. I've amassed a whole collection of Brunt boots here. I have one for every occasion. These are the OGs. These are what I use for the dirtiest, messiest projects, like shoveling a bunch of wet topsoil out of a dump trailer. You guys have seen these just about every day on the channel. This is their Omen slip-on boot. I absolutely love this boot for the fact that it is slip on, slip off, in and out of the garage, back in the house, not gonna track in a bunch of dirt. Then I've got the middle of the road, you know, got some work to do around the house, want that all day comfort, but you know, still seeing some stuff. Then I've got their new Sullivan boot. This thing is for going out on the town, looking good. With the holidays coming up, all you wags, wives and girlfriends out there, if you're looking for a comfortable work boot for your significant other, look no further than Brunt. These are specifically designed for long, hard days, keeping your feet comfortable. They're slip resistant, oil resistant, waterproof, EH rated, ready for whatever you can throw at them. You guys can use the discount code here for $10 off. Brunt is so confident in these boots. If you don't like them, send them back. But I bet you're gonna like them. Thanks to Brunt for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the action. It's like 30 degrees out, but looky what I found in the way back of the old garage fridge back there. Summer leftover. Find your beach, right? It is the next night, Friday night, back working on the C6 Z06. You can see I got the battery on the charger because this thing sat forever. You also see that I'm missing the battery hold down strap, which we will get to on the bench. Interior in shambles because we removed the MGW shifter. Catch can is gone. All of that is over here on the bench. The catch can you guys saw, got that all cleaned up with some brake clean. That thing's drying out now. And here is the smorgasbord of parts that we're going to be installing and or swapping out. We'll start with the big one. Here is what we were talking about, the MGW shifter. Here is the box that it came in that has been sitting on the shelf in this garage for as long as I've lived here, plus a number of years at my old house. I actually found the original invoice from when I bought it. June 19th, 2016, so I would have owned this thing for about 2 months at that point. There it is, $360 MGW shifter for C5, C6, and C7. So this is the whole unit here, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. And I mean, it is a nice shifter. But you know, I've been hearing good things about this T-Mod lower box. So basically, this is my factory lower shift box that has been in this cardboard box for years now, and I sent it in to him, and he did whatever he does to this thing. I guess we got some new bushings in there. That's where the shift linkage slides through. And then this whole thing on the back here from the factory, this would have been plastic. There's some sort of, you know, bushing in there. And this is all, you know, aluminum instead of plastic. So there's the upgraded box. These are the solid, I guess these are steel bushings, I think from the factory. These are rubber. So I think the whole goal of his shifter box there is eliminating some of the vagueness that is there with the factory C6 shifter. For reference, again, this is a 2008, so it came with the TR6060 instead of the T56 that was found in the 05, 06, and 07 C6 Corvettes. But this is, you know, basically one giant billet aluminum piece of art. And, you know, obviously with solid mounts there as well. So, like I said, this shifted well, but sometimes I struggled personally with the 2.3 and the notchiness. And I'm not the only one to complain about this. There's numerous other people that have complained about that. So I kind of want to try going back to the stock shifter, which has got almost 10 years of dust on it now, with this upgraded factory lower box, which a lot of guys really like. Looks like he included this, you know, lower bushing thing that I guess goes on there as well. So I'm gonna get this installed. If you guys were around for when I got this thing out of winter hibernation this year and put a new battery in it for the first time in over 10 years, I broke the battery tie-down strap, so I picked up one of these on eBay for $6, I think. Get that installed, and then I was gonna install a new oil temperature / level sender. And this thing, again, another GM part here, because mine had been acting up, but it seems to be okay now, so we're just gonna put this in our back pocket. But yeah, let's get these parts installed, and then I think we're gonna clean both of these things up, because they are both way, way overdue for a bath. Bright and early the next morning, made it out to the garage before the baby woke up. Didn't indeed have to take apart the lower half of this MGW shifter to get the original shifter shaft out, which was no problem, just 4 Allen bolts. Also wanted to correct something that I said. The Z06s, if I remember correctly from the factory, have these solid metal bushings, I'm pretty sure. So as far as I know, these are original. Actually, you can see the original, wear marks from the bolts. So yeah, the Z06s have a different box than like the base models or whatever. So we already have that going for us. This, of course, is the piece from T-Mod Customs, or the modification that he does. Same thing with the bushing in the front. This is super tight in here. It's like very difficult to move by hand, which I think is the way that you want it to be. I don't know what you call it, like shifter ball cup thing. There's a joke in there somewhere. I don't know. This is the factory one. It's plastic. He also, I think this was an upgrade that I chose. This is like a Delrin version, and it has like an O-ring. So basically, I think all of these steps we're taking are to reduce slop in the stock shifter and give it a much more solid feel. So I'm going to put this thing on, get the shifter in. The MGW came with this shifter box alignment tool, which basically helps you to align this shaft with the shift linkage. So I'm going to be using this as well to align my lower box. Oh, look at that. Z06. So yeah, Z06 box confirmed. I'm going to be using this to align the shifter box, and then we should be good to go. So let's get this thing in the car. Oh yeah, catch can's back in, and battery hold down is back in as well. OEM shifter plus the T-Mod lower box is installed. Man, it has been a long time since I've felt a stock feeling shifter in this car. It definitely has more, slop is the wrong word, but you guys know who've driven a car with a short shifter in it. Like you pull it into gear and you still have like flex almost, if that makes sense. With a short shifter that's all billet, you don't have any of that. So it's not as, I don't know, precise, I guess, but it's like butter. It feels less notchy, which is what I remember. So I'm going to see how I like it. If I could always go back to the MGW, the throw's a little bit longer, but if it means shifts are better, I'm cool with it. If you're more into, notchy and precise and positive shifts, maybe the MGW's for you. But if you're really concerned about, making sure you're hitting those shifts, then maybe this one's for you. I don't know. I haven't driven it yet, but I do remember the stock shifter. Like I said, I don't think I ever missed a gear. And, you know, I did occasionally miss gears with the MGW. So anyways, this is done. This is all back together. Now, while it's outside and the doors are open, I think I'm going to give this thing a quick detail on the interior, vacuum, wipe it down, that kind of thing, get it ready for winter hibernation. And then, of course, we're going to wash the outside as well. So we'll wash this up, and then while we get the stuff out, we're going to wash up the C8 Z06 and probably take that thing for a drive as well. second. Better than with cold tires though. Of boost. Tell you what, I forgot my tripod, which would be ideal for this, but we got to start getting rid of these Toyo T1s from 2017. They are rock hard. Second, couldn't hit that with the MGW. Oh, I wish I had my tripod. That would have been sick from the back. Those are dark. Little chirped second. That'll do. Nope. Well, these tires and the colder weather, even though it is a beautiful 50-degree day today, are not helping at all with the traction, which is not helping us to really test, you know, shifting fast. But I can already tell that me personally, I think I prefer the factory shifter with these additional modifications that, you know, stiffen it up a little bit. It is definitely a little bit longer throw than the MGW, but I think it's so far a little bit easier to hit gears, which is what I remember from when I first got this car. I really wanted to do a 3-4 no lift shift because these tires would probably hang on in third right now. On pump gas anyways, but there's just too many cars out right now. There's no safe space to do it. But yeah, I'm happy with the shifter downgrade, if you will. And now I guess maybe I'll hang on to the MGW, maybe I'll sell it. It's probably worth almost as much as it was when I paid for it, or what I paid for it 9 years ago. Anyways, let's go drive the C8. Both cars are finally clean together. It never happens. Quickly switched the valves over to quiet mode. That's quiet mode, if you can believe it or not, because I just remembered that the baby is napping. Hopefully he still is. Otherwise the wife is gonna be pissed. Oh, here she is, all cleaned up. My beautiful C6 Z06 finished in Riptide Blue metallic. This car is insane. It's incredible. It is so much car for the money, and I absolutely love it. But I'm considering selling it. Let me show you why I love this thing, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So right now we're cruising around in, what is this, touring mode, comfort mode. Let's flip it over to sport. Opens the exhaust valves, one more, even track. You really stand on those carbon ceramics. a second there before. Took me a while to realize that, and C8 guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of just showed me right there. It is even louder in track mode than it is in sport mode. I thought sport and track were the same like volume setting, but track is louder. And then we go one more over to Tour. Put the windows up. It's like a Prius. You and I can have a normal conversation compared to 5 seconds ago when it literally sounded like all hell was breaking loose. It's like we're on a Formula One track. This car is just insane. It's absolutely insane, and it's a ton of fun to drive, but I'm considering letting it go, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna go park this next to the C6. Hopefully get a killer thumbnail, and then we can talk about it a little bit. Alright, busy day. But I did manage to get both of the Corvettes clean, and that was long overdue. Both of them were filthy. Both of them had low batteries and had not been driven for a while. And that is a great segue into why I'm considering selling this car. There's no deal done yet. I do have a buyer interested in it. I haven't really advertised it other than on the Corvette forum, just because I don't want to deal with lowballers and tire kickers and everything that comes with other places you can sell cars. But anyways, for those of you guys that haven't watched the backstory on this car, or the first video on this car, which was I think 2 years ago to the date, I ordered this car in November of 2020. The C8 Z06 didn't even exist yet. I was pretty early on the list at McMulkin Chevrolet in Nashua, New Hampshire. I think it was number 320 something. The reason that I put a deposit on the C8 Z06 before it was even announced is because I saw what the C8 market, the base C8 market was doing. If you guys think back to 2020 and 2021 when the C8 first came out, there was COVID supply shortages. You could not get a C8 Corvette. There was guys getting $50,000 to $100,000 over MSRP for a base model. So in my head, I was like, imagine what you could get for a Z06 when they do come out if you get on a list early enough. So I got on the list at McMulkin thinking one of two things. First one, I get the car, I'm one of the first ones to get one and I can flip it for a huge profit. Or two, I can then sell my C6 Z06 and this will effectively be its replacement. I did not know that it was going to take 3 years to get this car. I took delivery of this car in November of 2023. I spec'd it out exactly how I wanted it. Riptide blue, competition seats, carbon ceramic brakes, the carbon flash metallic, everything, the front lift, the yellow, stitching and calipers and all that. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately because, I wanted to keep it anyways, but by the time I got the car, production had started to catch up and GM decided to put in basically the anti-flipper thing where you have to keep the car for 6 months, otherwise the warranty doesn't transfer over. So by the time my 6-month probation, we'll call it, was up in like May or late April of 2024, I could have sold this thing for, $10,000 to $15,000 above sticker, which to me, at that point, I wasn't even really interested in doing that. I wanted to drive the car, I wanted to experience it, and so that's what I did. So now 2 years have gone by since I got the car. I've put almost 2,000 miles on it, and it's incredible. As you guys saw, it is I think that this car is the most car you can get for the money. I think that when you compare it to some of the exotics that it absolutely crushes that cost 2 or 3 times as much, it's just GM and the boys in Kentucky, knocked this thing out of the park. It's absolutely an insane car. And anyone that says otherwise is just, banging their head against the wall, or they own an exotic that this thing stomps all over and they're mad about it. The C8 and the C8 Z06 especially are insane machines. The ZR1 is probably even more insane. All that being said, why am I considering selling it? Well, I kind of already got to it. I don't drive anything I have. I put the deposit on this car before I had a YouTube channel. I think at the time I had like 2 or maybe 3 cars. Now I have 8. And after I get home from my day job, I usually am working on whatever video I'm working on that week. And I also have a 1-year-old now. So after all of that and living, all the day-to-day stuff, it basically leaves 0 time to enjoy these cars. So I have just right here, I don't know, close to $300,000 in frame right here of cars that mostly just sit, which is kind of insane. I am starting to come to the realization that I don't know if it makes a ton of sense to have this much money just sitting here. It'd be one thing if I was driving them, and that would be cool, is if I only had one fun car, like the C8 Z06, then I could drive this thing 5,000 miles a year in the summer, no problem. But the reality right now is, I think I have maybe 150, 200 miles on this thing this year. The C6 probably has 100 on it, maybe less. The 69 Camaro, I think Maggie and I, my wife, took it to dinner once this summer and I cruised it around probably 50 miles on that thing this year. So all of this under 500 miles this year, which is not enough to justify, the capital that's there and the insurance costs and everything else. So when I start thinking about slimming down the fleet, I think about what could I most easily let go of. And I've had this car, the C6 Z06, since 2016, April of 2016. I've built the whole car. I've touched every bolt on it multiple times. That one would be tough to let go. 20,000 mile 3LZ car. The 69 Camaro, that was featured on YouTube. Also got a ton of time and money into that thing, but I could get a lot of money for it, but that's a hard car to replace. So then we come to this one, which is the one that I waited 3 years for, but it's also the one that is worth the most, I think, of these 3 here, and is depreciating. These two, I think, are either appreciating or pretty stable where they are. So I don't have as much of a problem with these sitting here because they're not actively losing me money. This one is actively losing me money, which if I was enjoying it every day, that's fine. That's why I bought it. I bought it to enjoy it. You should never really buy a car as an investment, but I'm not. So when I think about which of my vehicles I could most easily let go of, I think it's this one. And I say most easily, it's not easy at all. This car is insane. I'm absolutely in love with it. I don't want to sell it. I don't have to sell it. But again, I don't know if it makes a ton of sense for me to just have it sit here. So like I said, I do have potential buyer interested. No deposit or no money has been exchanged yet, so you never know. If you are interested in a 2,000 mile, fully loaded up 2024 Z06 with, you know, the tasteful mods that we've done on the channel, price is between $125,000 and $130,000. You know, shoot me an email. Like I said, no done deal yet, guys. Just wanted to let you know, kind of where my head's at, give you guys an update on the C6, the C8. We got the shifter installed, absolutely love it. Waiting on the Marauder to get back from paint. Right behind me right now is the Mercedes. After 10, 11 months now, I'm finally working on that thing again. That's all taken apart right now, trying to get that figured out. So stay tuned for that. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Which one of these, or any of my vehicles, would you get rid of? Would it be this one? Would it be the C6? What do you guys think? If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the Mercedes and everything else on the channel. Where's my beer? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Found it, it's right over here, I got it.